I'm Opeyemi Adewumi and compliment of the season's greetings to you. Remember, you can watch us live on our website www.ogtv.com.ng/live, and for the latest news and report, you can check us on this platform X at Ogun TV, Facebook, Ogun State Television, on YouTube at OGTV Abeokuta, and on TikTok at Ogun State Television. The federal government has confirmed ongoing security and intelligence cooperation between Nigeria and the United States following airstrikes that hit terrorist targets in Nigeria Northwest. In a statement issued, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and by spokesperson Kimi Befa said Nigerian authority remains engaged in structured security cooperation with international partners, including the United States of America, to address terrorism and violent extremism in the country. The minister said the collaboration, which led to the precision airstrike on terrorist targets, involves intelligence sharing, strategic coordination, and other forms of support in line with the international law, respect for Nigerian sovereignty, and shared security commitment. The statement followed comments by United States President Donald Trump, who said that U.S. force had carried out deadly strikes against Islamic State terrorists in northwestern Nigeria. Ogun State Governor Prince Dapo Abiodun has assured the people of the state of a seamless transition to the next administration as he reiterated his commitment to good governance and continuity of development. The governor gave the assurance while delivering his Christmas message at the Thanksgiving service held at St. James Anglican Church, Iperuremo, in Ikenne local government area of the state, saying his administration is determined to break the genes of disrupted transition in the state. Governor's Office correspondent Yusuf Ganil has the details.
St. James Anglican Church, Iperuremo, in the Ikenne local government area of Ogun State, joins other Christians faithful across the world to celebrate Christmas, marking the birth of Jesus Christ. The Thanksgiving service draws worshippers and dignitaries, including Ogun State Governor Prince Dapo Abiodun, who joins the congregation to reflect on the significance of the season. While reading the Holy Lesson from Hebrew, chapter 1, verses 2 to 3, Governor Abiodun describes Jesus Christ as a true reason for Christmas, urging Christians to remain thankful to God at all times and to show love to one another, irrespective of culture or religion.
Someone who was born and died 2025 years ago, we continue to celebrate him, we continue to remember him, we continue to worship him. Because why? Because he's our Lord and Savior. Because of the legacy of atonement of sins that he represents. Because of the life of impact that he lived. He lived, from all accounts, about 33 years old. 33 years. And yet, the impact of his life is not lost on us. 2025 years afterwards.
Advising residents to celebrate the festive season in moderation, the governor also commends President Bola Tinubu for efforts at repositioning the nation's economy, stressing that his administration remains committed to improving the socio-economic development of Ogun State.
Our economy has grown
In its sermon, the preacher described Jesus Christ as God's greatest gift for the salvation of mankind, while appreciating Governor Abiodun for his developmental strides and commitment to the socio-economic growth of the state.
So if man and death come together as a package, so all this is said to us to take our place in punishment because of our sin. Genesis chapter 3 man said, ever since then, even this morning, our time to believe in our Lord and to get a good.
Prayers were later offered for God's continued blessings upon the people, Ogun State, and the nation at large. Yusuf Ganiyu, OGTV News.
Ogun State government has presented brand new cars to chairmen of the 20 local governments in the state. Presenting the car to the local government chairman on behalf of the Ogun State Government Commissioner for Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs, Honorable Gani Rumzat said this is keeping with the promise made to the council bosses. Matthew Shomi completes the report.
Call it a special Christmas gift on Christmas morning. Prince Dr. Abiodun surprised all the chairmen of local governments in Ogun State with the gift of brand new cars. Commissioner for Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs, Honorable Gani Rumzat, said the car gift is part of the efforts of the Ogun State government to boost the delivery of good governance at the grassroots.
His first term, he did promise that he will give the chairman vehicles, and he kept that promise. Today, again, we are witnessing another promise being kept. And I want to appeal to our 20 local government chairmen to continue, to support His Excellency, our governor, so that the good people of Ogun State will continue to enjoy dividend of democracy.
Chairman of chairmen of local governments in the state, Dr. Folashade Adeyemo, expressed the heartfelt appreciation and thanks to the government for the wonderful gestures.
So it's a period of love and a period of merriment also. So we are happy, and we thank His Excellency. So all the chairmen in Ogun State, they are the foot soldiers for His Excellency. We say this all the time, and we have never reneged on that. And so I want to charge them once again to continue in this manner, to continue to deliver dividend of democracy to the people of grassroots.
The council bosses could not hide their joy as they were handed the keys to the brand new cars.
Now it means I'm celebrating the Christmas with a gift. We need to understand what this means. Even if we know what it means, we still need to call our attention to it. It means commitment. It means hard work. And it means resilience. And above all, it means loyalty.
A symbolic gift on a day like this, today being the Christmas day. We want to appreciate our talk and do governor. He promised and he made it possible.
The one I call and refer to as the architect of the modern Ogun State. We want to say thank you very much, sir, for this. This is mind-blowing coming on a day like this. All we want to say is that the Lord God of heaven will continue to keep our governor, give him strength, empower him the more to lead this state to the very promised land.
A wonderful gesture that will impact on good governance and delivery of dividends of democracy at the grassroots. Matthew Shomi, OGTV News.
The Arawa community in Ogun State has presented a check of 20 million naira to Governor Dr. Abiodun in support of the purchase of his Ogun East 2027 senatorial expression of interest and nomination from. The donation was part of the community's endorsement of the governor's leadership style and policies which they said have strengthened religious tolerance, ethnic harmony and economic development across the state. Governor's Office correspondent Yusuf Ganiyu again has the details.
In the spirit of the Christmas season, and as a demonstration of goodwill, the Iowa community in Ogun State presents a check of 20 million naira to Governor Dapo Abiodun in support of his Ogun East 2027 senatorial ambition. Speaking on behalf of the community, the Director General, Southwest Iowa Community for the Renewed Hope Agenda 2027, Alhaji Sheikh Usman, said the gesture reflects their appreciation of the governor's policies and programs over the past 6 years, which he notes have repositioned Ogun State economically and socially. Alhaji Sheikh Usman adds that since the inception of the current administration, Governor Abiodun has promoted peace, tolerance, and inclusion by formally recognizing and appointing leaders of various ethnic, religious, and traditional groups, including Hausa, Igbo, Muslim, and Christian communities to interface with government.
The governor has done exceptionally very well. The non-Indigenous in the state are doing so well. There has not been any misunderstanding. There has not been any chaos since I assumed the governor of Ogun State between the northerners and the southerners, and that gives us hope. It's not about the governor giving us money. It's not about giving, but at least the peace we have, that we can trade with our two eyes closed, that we can go to schools, that they can treat us just as normal citizens of the state, is exceptional. So I think that the best thing we can do is just surprise the governor today with a check of 20 million naira, at least for his bid for the next coming election, which we believe is going to contest for the senator. Even though the governor did not tell us, but I believe he has served the state very well, and there's need for him to also serve his constituency as well better.
The special advisor to the governor on inter-ethnic affairs also attributes the donation to the state's growing economy, improved security, and influx of investment across the state, which he says have created opportunities for residents.
And it has created an avenue for us to manage our activities, to ensure our people abide by the law, and it creates so much opportunity for our people across all board. That's why we call ourselves all together, from our Serikis, imams, our market leaders, and we the political gladiators. We come together to say we have to reciprocate the gesture of His Excellency Prince Dapo Abiodun, and we now look into what do we think is going to be his next thing, and we are hoping and praying he contests for the Senate for Ogun East, here come 2027.
Responding, Ogun State Governor Prince Dapo Abiodun described the donation coming during the celebration of the birth of Jesus Christ as an unexpected and heartwarming Christmas gift. Governor Abiodun says the relationship between his administration and the northern community in the state has been exemplary, marked by mutual respect, intertribal harmony, and religious tolerance.
I am completely proud and shocked. I'm trying to find what he said, how I feel. It's not usual for me to be given that much. I accept this possible, and I appreciate it, and I appreciate it from so many, all and probably above the state and country. But this is one thing that is exceptional.
While appreciating the Iowa community for the 20 million naira donation in support of the 2027 senatorial ambition, the governor said the gesture is a validation that his administration is on the right path, as he reiterated his commitment to doing more advance the development of the state. Yusuf Ganiyu, OGTV News.
Beneficiaries drawn from across Ogun State have expressed gratitude to the First Lady of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, for the provision of small business recapitalization grants to women nationwide under the Renewed Hope Initiative. The disbursement exercise, implemented in collaboration with the Tony Elumelu Foundation Women Economic Empowerment Program, was aimed at supporting women traders and small-scale business owners to strengthen their economic capacity. Our reporter, Margaret Okulola, has the details.
Flying with the belief that empowering women strengthens households, communities, and the nation at large, the First Lady of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, disburses 50,000 naira each to women beneficiaries through the Renewed Hope Initiative in collaboration with the Tony Elumelu Foundation. The program targets women traders and small-scale business owners, with 500 beneficiaries selected from each of the 36 states and the Federal Capital Territory. In Ogun State, however, Governor Dapo Abiodun expanded the scope of the intervention by increasing the number of beneficiaries from 500 to 1,000 women, with each recipient receiving 50,000 naira as a business recapitalization grant.
Things are really tough nowadays, and the grants really give us is a very huge opportunity to us. We know what is happening in Nigeria. So for you to bring us such things, you have helped a lot of family and empowered a lot of women in Nigeria.
Senator Oluremi Tinubu, who always sent our mommy to make women in Ogun State to be happy.
Dignitaries present at the event reiterate that women empowerment remains central to national development, noting that when women are economically empowered, families and communities are strengthened.
We joined hands with the corporation of the Federation and reacted to the number that we have been asked to empower.
Representing the First Lady at the disbursement exercise, the wife of Ogun State Governor and State Coordinator of the Renewed Hope Initiative, Mrs. Bamidele Abiodun, explains that the grant is a seed of renewed hope designed to help women stabilize and grow their existing businesses.
This economic empowerment program is about supporting the entrepreneurial spirit of our women traders and small-scale business owners who wake up each day determined to provide for their families, educate their children, and uplift their communities. Let me emphasize that this is not a loan. It is not a loan. It is a grant and a seed of renewed hope to help you to recapitalize your existing businesses.
The First Lady further discloses that the Tony Elumelu Foundation donates 1 billion naira to the Renewed Hope Initiative, a gesture expected to benefit 18,500 women across the country, with each beneficiary receiving 50,000 naira. Margaret Okunlola, OGTV News.
Senator Shahib Afolabi Salisu has empowered over 200 students and youth leaders with laptop and cash support, aligning with Nigeria's Digital Literacy for All campaign. The move, according to the senator representing Ogun Central Senatorial District, was aimed at bridging the digital gap and foster a tech-savvy generation. All lascivious in this report is presented in this package.
From classrooms to innovation hubs, ICT paves the way for Nigeria's progress, and Senator Shahib Afolabi is investing in teachers as a brighter digital horizon unfolds.
Well, basically to achieve three objectives. Number one, to support and collaborate with the shared agenda of Prince Dapo Abiodun, the governor of Ogun State, particularly the focus on education. We noticed that part of the reform of this administration, particularly in education, is the deployment of technology for teaching and learning. Therefore, as the chairman of Senate Committee on ICT and Cyber Security, and also a member of this team, I thought the easiest way to collaborate is to also use technology, particularly to build the skills and capacities of our teachers.
Among dignitaries present at the capacity building for teachers was the Commissioner for Education, Science and Technology in Ogun State, Professor Abayomi Arigbabu, who commends Senator Salisu for his visionary leadership, empowerment of Ogun teachers, and also his timely digital intervention.
This one keys into the agenda on technology and innovation. And like I said, the distinguished Senator Afolabi Shuaib happens to be part of this administration. He was the chief of staff to the governor, and he has always been a member of this administration, despite being at the Senate. So he knows from the beginning what the vision of His Excellency is on education. And so he has focused mainly on education as a priority. And this one for teachers, empowering them with digital literacy, and then also empowering them with laptops and some cash awards. So I'm not surprised, and I'm actually really very thrilled to be here, to be part of this.
Beneficiaries were filled with joy as Senator Salisu delivered his campaign promises. Teachers and youth leaders who cut across the 6 local government areas in Ogun Central Senatorial District at the end of the training were empowered with laptops and cash gifts.
Ogun State House of Assembly Committee on Environment has conducted an on-the-spot assessment of the fencing of the public access road linking and 6 other neighboring villages in Obafemi Wode local government area, following its earlier warning against the alleged closure of the road serving the village. The House Committee member led by Honorable Shamshidin Lawal during an on-the-spot assessment visit to the site directed the State Ministry of Physical Planning and Urban Development to immediately move into the site to enforce compliance to the State Master Plan by the said company and ensure that the existing road leading to the 6 villages in the axis is not affected by the controversial fencing by the company in the area. The House Committee also warned one Honorable Latif Adekunle, also known as Lati Yano, from Obafemi Wode Local Government Council to immediately stop the ongoing fencing of a public access road leading to 6 villages in the local government area and do away with alleged use of thugs to invade village, thereby harassing residents and hindering movement of people and school children in the area, pending the determination of the allegation against him alongside companies in the area. Honorable Lawal recalls that the House had earlier ordered a halt to the construction project of allegation of access road obstruction, environmental degradation, and the alleged harassment of residents and school children in the area. Some of the allegations against the said Ajayi is contained in the petition, included obstruction of access road, environmental degradation, and employment of hoodlums to threaten residents of the area. The chairman therefore urged the local government chairman, the Commissioner of Police, and the Ministry of Physical Planning to enforce a stop work order on the disrupted construction obstructing access to the affected villages. The Ogun State government is intensifying efforts to restore order in the built environment as the Ogun State Planning and Development Permit Authority carried out enforcement along major corridors of Obafemi Wode local government area. The exercise was targeted at buildings, fences, and other structures erected without approval despite repeated notice to property owners to regularize their development in line with the state physical planning regulation. Olaide Oloye reports.
As part of ongoing efforts to promote orderly urban development, officials of the Ogun State Planning and Development Permit Authority under the Ministry of Physical Planning and Urban Development moved into identified locations across Obafemi Wode to remove unapproved structures. The assessment exercise, led by Town Planner Tommy Abzat, focuses on buildings and fences that violate planning regulations and encroach on highway setbacks, posing risks to public safety and environmental aesthetics. The operation records the removal of non-compliant fences and makeshift structures along major road corridors, particularly areas adjoining the Obafemi Wode Expressway. The acting general manager of the Ogun State Planning and Development Permit Authority, Town Planner Itunu Jalailua, explained that the action is in line with the state's urban and regional planning law.
Any development in Ogun State, according to Ogun State Urban and Regional Planning and Development Law 2022, any development must obtain planning permit, whether it is residential building, commercial building, fence. So far it is a development, it must obtain planning permit. There was no planning permit, and also the developer was recalcitrant because despite all the notices, nobody even come forward to say anything. And with us, that is our home. We deal with illegality.
She notes that affected property owners are repeatedly served statutory notices to obtain planning permits or adjust the development, but some fail to comply.
The government is not, and this authority is not meant for only demolition or sanctioning. When we do it right, we don't need, definitely it costs us something to also effect enforcement. Because we spend money, the time is supposed to work on all those things that could be profitable, you use it for that. I want to advise everyone in Ogun State that we should build right and don't build under the power line, don't build within the road setback, don't build along the waterways. Ask questions if you don't understand. Because the Planning and Development Permit Authority is open to all of us. It's a government office.
Officials of the authority said the enforcement will continue in other parts of the state with similar violations, urging the residents to follow due process and build rights. Olaide Oloye, OGTV News.
We now wrap up the news with the words of Ellen Stenner Rice. Peace on earth will come to stay when we live Christmas every day. And that was OGTV News at 2. Many thanks for watching. Good afternoon and season's greetings to you all.